Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Capri Social Network. So, in today's video, everybody, I wanted to talk about people that are drawn to other people who mistreat them, who treat them like they're crap. Because think about good women. When you meet some guy while out and about, after him approaching you, right? This guy seemed to be one of the nicest guys you ever came across. So you have to give him your phone number, your cell phone number, that is, and you may, soon as he may give you, well, you may give him your number, he may text you right away just to see if you giving him the right number, either call you. Therefore, you immediately may have his number. So later on, either that day or that night, or if not used later on by the end of that day or night or whatnot, he may end up texting you or calling you. If not that next day, by the next day, then for sure the second day, just to let you know how much he appreciated you, being able to relate to him while he approached you. Or to put it another way, just by showing you how interested he was in talking to you by either calling you or texting you the next day or so or whatnot. Now, ladies, once again, this same guy is going out of his way to show you how much he's interested in you by either, if not calling you on a daily basis or regular basis, texting you back and forth, only for you to ignore either his text messages or his phone calls. Whereas, on the other hand, you may have a kid already from a previous relationship by a guy who happened to be a guy who's a complete opposite, a guy who's cheated on you, who's abused you, whether it may have been either mentally, physically, or emotionally, in some cases all of the above, who, since you have been with him since the very first day you may have met him, has mistreated you to the utmost level. Yet and still, you're going chasing behind this same guy who happens to fit the description of either a Nug Nug or Pookie, but somebody who ain't studying you like we taught down here in the South where I'm from, in Bama, Alabama that is. But you still, for some strange reason, can't get enough of him. And these are the types of guys who some women, well, so many Black American women choose to reproduce with. Some of the main guys who don't give a damn about them. But yet and still, they go chasing behind these same dudes of that caliber over and over. Some of the main guys who have let them know, who have intentionally let them know from the jump that they don't mean them any good. But yet and still, so many Black American women settle for these guys over guys, or opposed to guys that will make some of the best and most upstanding boyfriends, husbands, even fathers. And believe it or not, some of these same Black women will have the nerve to put these same guys on child support, guys that are street guys, guys that ain't stunned them, but yet and still may arrange. Believe it or not, the crazy thing about it is these same women may have these guys on child support, but at the same time may be arranging to meet up with these guys to have sexual fling with these same type of guys who they may have had kids by, but could care less about them, to treat them so miserably, who dog them out on a regular basis. This, my point in the bottom line of saying all this is how some people are so attracted to people who mean them no good, people who mistreat them. And I can give you another example. There is this fellow content creator by the name of Kevin Wesley who happened to go out of his way to pay for his stepdaughter's wedding. Some of you may have came across the post on social media, what it may have been on either Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. And as he was explaining how, and I noticed how one person just joined my live. I hate when y'all do that. Why join my lives if y'all gonna immediately exit out of my lives? From now on, if you don't plan on staying on my lives and engaging in my lives, don't come and join my lives at all, because I am sick of it. I am to the point where I'm fed up with y'all playing games with me when I do my lives. Anyways, like I was just saying, there happens to be this fellow content creator by the name of Kevin Wesley who made a post not that long ago, a viral post, well, social media post that went viral shortly afterwards, talking about how he went out of his way to pay for his stepdaughter's wedding and how he spent so much money to sum it all up on her wedding, and only for her to have a biological dad after him going out of his way to make up for what the real dad didn't do. Believe it or not, folks, she still wanted her biological dad, who, judging from what Mr. Kevin Wesley said, and I'm just reading between the lines, didn't give a damn about her, who was very negligent towards her and a straight up deadbeat. She still, believe it or not, wanted her biological dad after not pitching in to help pay for her wedding at all or do anything else pertaining to the wedding. Still wanted her biological dad to walk her down the aisle. This is also another example of, and case in point of, how some people are so drawn and attracted to people, to other people who mistreat them, who also treat them like they're crap. And in my humble opinion, personal humble opinion, I would say that's mental illness all the way around. To me, I will also relate that to Stockholm Syndrome, whereas you may be held captive by a kidnapper, and it just so happened while being held captive, being held hostage by a kidnapper, you may eventually call the police, the authorities, to come arrest the kidnapper for doing so, only for you to change your mind completely once the authorities, the police, were to come to arrest the kidnapper who held you hostage. That's a perfect example, and a perfect example of Stockholm Syndrome, and how so many people, and I do mean several people, worship people who mistreat them. People who treat them, once again, like they're crap. That's who so many people gravitate towards and worship. And a lot of us men are just as guilty, because how many men are in relationships or can't stop calling women after exchanging DMs on social media, may happen to meet up with a woman after doing so, after arranging to meet up with them for the first time, only for that woman to, after they may go out on a few dates, only for that woman to show that man that she's clearly not interested in him anymore by both ignoring his phone calls, his text messages. In some cases, if that woman is extremely attractive, in other words, they have a very nice set of breasts and also may have a big booty, this guy will not stop calling this lady, even if she may clearly show him how she's not interested in him anymore. And after going out on a few dates with this woman. I mean, it's a whole lot of us brothers that are guilty of this same scenario, being drawn to women who could give a damn about us, who ain't stunning us, women who we can't seem to leave alone, can't seem to quit calling and texting due to how sexy or fine she may be. And even if the woman may clearly make it obvious that she's not interested in us by ignoring our phone calls, and even if that lady may happen to have multiple kids by multiple women, but we may happen to be a guy with no kids at all. In some instances, we still would prefer to keep on running behind those same types of women of that regard, as opposed to a woman who would be so obsessed or so in love with us to the point where she can't get enough of calling us, either calling us or texting us. Why? In some cases, it may be because the lady who shows the utmost love for us sometimes may not be our exact type. You know, may be, for instance, overweight, or may not be that attractive, may not have the exact kind of shape that we may like in a woman. For a lot of us that are in the curvy or voluptuous women. Anyways, let me know what you guys think on this particular topic, on behalf of how so many of us would rather deal with people, continuously deal with people who will continue to mistreat us over and over, as opposed to being drawn towards people that really care for us, people who treat us kindly, people who are very caring towards us, people who go out of their ways to show us the utmost love and kindness. Let me know what you guys think by leaving your comments, and also make sure you like this video, you share it. Don't forget to also subscribe to my channel, Capri Social Network. I also want to say, as of right now, I'm currently at over 1,030 subscribers. And until next time, you guys be blessed.